Hello and welcome back to the People Podcast. I am Nasir Muhammad, founder of Ethos of HR. I came across a post recently that really got me thinking. The post argued that most organizations don't need a new HR system. What they really need is to automate the manual workarounds they've built around their existing HR system. Now, before I say anything, I actually agree with part of that. We've all seen it. The spreadsheet that's been temporary for 3 years, the approval process that lives in someone's inbox, the report that somebody recreates every single month because nobody trusts the one that comes out of the HR system. Those are real problems. And yes, AI can absolutely help solve many of them. But where I think the conversation becomes dangerous is when people start suggesting that AI can replace an HR system altogether. Because that's a very different conversation. And if organizations start believing they can build their entire HR function around a chatbot or a few AI automations, I genuinely think they're heading towards some very expensive mistakes. Now, let me explain why. One thing I've noticed recently is that AI has become the answer to almost everything. Need to write a policy? Use AI. Need to answer employee questions? Use AI. Need to automate approvals? Use AI. Need an HR system? Apparently, just use AI. Now, again, don't get me wrong. I love artificial intelligence. I use AI every single day for Ethos of HR. Claude helps us analyze information. ChatGPT helps us create content, develop ideas, which actually saves countless hours every week. It's become an essential part of how we operate. But here's the difference. We use AI to support what we do, not replace the foundations of what we do. And that's exactly how I think organizations should approach HR technology. Now, let's imagine for a moment that you've built your own AI-powered HR assistant. I know all your employee. It knows all your employee information. It knows salaries, benefits, holiday balances, performance reviews, disciplinary records, medical information, training history, everything. Now imagine an employee asks it, well, what's Nasir's salary? Or why does Sarah receive private medical insurance and I don't? Or who's currently under a disciplinary investigation? Now, if your AI doesn't understand permissions, if it doesn't know who should and shouldn't have access, if it isn't built on secure governance, you've potentially created one of the biggest GDPR risks your organization has ever seen. Now, that's not an AI problem. That's a systems problem. And that's why HR systems exist. A modern HR system isn't simply somewhere to store employee records. It's built around compliance and security. It has audit trials. It creates permissions. There is payroll integration. It calculates holidays. There is a workflow approval system. It's got document control. You can do reports. There is employee self-service portals. There's manager self-service portal. You as HR can access controls, who gets to see what, who doesn't get to see what. There is a legal compliance. Now, these aren't nice extras. These are fundamentals. And that's something s- uh, and that's something I think gets lost in the excitement around AI. Because AI can absolutely answer questions, but an HR system, it controls what questions should be answered. Now, that's a huge difference. Uh, One thing I found really encouraging over the last year is that the best HR technology providers aren't trying to compete with AI. They're actually embracing it. Take Breathe HR, for example. One of the reasons we partner with Breathe is because it's simple and it continues to evolve, including integrations that allow organizations to benefit from artificial intelligence while still keeping employee data secure and properly managed. Then you've got Employment Hero. They've actually embedded AI directly into their platform to help automate everyday HR tasks while keeping everything connected to a secure HR ecosystem. And then there's Rippling. I think for me, Rippling is building one of the most exciting AI powered workforce platforms in the market today. Not because AI replaces the HR system, but because AI is built into the HR system. Now, that's the difference again. The future isn't AI instead of HR technology. The future is AI working with HR technology. Now, this is where I think HR professionals need to be very careful. We're starting to see a lot of AI experts talking about HR. Some of them have incredible technical knowledge. Some build fantastic automations. Some genuinely understand the workflow designs. But building an automation isn't the same as building the HR function. HR operates within employment law, within GDPR, within governance, within security, within organization culture, within ethical decision making. Technology is only one part of that picture. As HR professionals, we have to think beyond whether something can be automated. We have to ask, should I be automated? Who should have access? What's the legal risk? What's the employee experience? What's the governance behind it? Because just because AI can do something doesn't always mean it should. So, where do I think the future sits? And personally, I don't think it's AI. I don't think it's traditional HR system on their own. I think it's the combination of both. A secure HR system enhanced by intelligent AI. That's where organizations will create the greatest value. AI removes repetitive work. The HR system protects the organization. Together, they create something far more powerful than either could achieve alone. So, if there's one thing I'd leave you with today, it's this. Don't ask whether AI can replace your HR system. Ask how AI can make your HR system smarter. Because I genuinely believe that's where the future of HR technology sits. Not AI versus HR systems, AI and HR systems working together. Thank you for listening to the People Podcast. If your organization is exploring AI, reviewing your HR technology, or simply trying to understand what's possible, we'd love to have that conversation. At Ethos of HR, we work with organizations to help them choose the right HR technology, whether that's Breathe HR, Employment Hero, Rippling, or another solution that fits their needs. Because the best technology isn't necessarily the most expensive. It's the one that helps your people, your managers, and your business, which works better. Until next time, take care. And remember, AI can make HR faster. A great HR system makes HR safer. Together, they can transform the way we work.